Everyone, it is Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace, and welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you coming and watching. If you have just discovered me, thanks for coming and welcome. We are doing another Margarete Miller. It is Monday, so we're doing week 39. Go to hashtag 2025CWP39 to see what others are doing, what other collages are being made with these prompts. And this one is very simple. I'm not sure I'm going to like it, but we're going to go with it and see. So something that represents a foreign country. I am using a Czechoslovakian stamp. It looks like that, I think. A color you like. Well, the stamp is a color I like. A geometric shape. I've got these little pieces of triangles here that I will be using. Something related to a sport. I have this little card of a baseball pitcher that was sent to me in Happy Mail a long time ago, and this is Evers. And he was playing in the Boston Nationals, and this is like a Cracker Jack card. So that is something that is related to a sport. Something that hangs on the wall is these are made out of wallpaper. I'm using wallpaper as a hang on the wall again, but I'm going to use it in a little different way, as you can see. And also the colors that I like is the background of this card, this stamp, as well as the background colors in this background decorative paper, which is scrapbook paper. It's that same reddish, kind of burgundy-ish, reddish, rusty reddish, and this teal color, and I like that color combination. And then we need, the bonus is an art scrap, and I have this word on art scrap. This is actually a stamp off of the stamp journey when I had stamped it on something else somewhere along the line, and I just went to my art scraps stack and this was there, and I said, well, I'm just going to use that. So we've got some color in the background that was, I don't know, ink probably, and then the stamp off of the word journey, and I'm going to use that. So like I said, this one is going to be very, very simple. And I'm not thrilled with it, but it's all I could come up with. So I'll just have to not be thrilled with it. You can tell me what you think when you see it done. So we're going to put this guy right here and this right here. I'm going to do them just like that. Right here at the bottom. I'm going to use these little wallpaper triangles. The triangles is my geometric shape. And I'm going to make them into a pennant banner. I think I'm going to only use 3 of these. Yeah, I'm only going to use 3 of these. I thought about stamping something on there, but I didn't really know what to stamp. I thought about actually doing some thread through there, but they're kind of tiny and fiddly, so I think I'm just going to draw the string that holds the banner, and then I'm just going to stick Journey right here. So that is simple, quick and easy. This is my collage. So let's get this stuff down, and then we'll go over to make sure. Now I like my coaster has writing on it, and I just like to make sure the writing on the back side is straight up and down, because when I put my prompts, I glue it to the back. I like to be able to cover up the words that are on there. This was from 1916. So this is pretty cool. John L. Evers, infielder of the Boston National League team, was born in New York in 1883. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about that. I think that's kind of neat. I like that sort of information, but I'm using on my collage. I have another one I could use, but I don't like it as well. Because for one, it's this one. It's taller, but I actually do not like the color, that background color as much. And he's a player from Pittsburgh. And it says on the bottom something I can't read. I can't read it. I have to get the magnifying glass out. So I could use that instead of using this. But what would I use this for later? I don't know. What do you think? Is that more interesting because it's a different color from the stamp? No, I like this guy better. We're going to do him. It's just me. I decided I like this guy better. So let's get some glue on this. And we'll get this down. I got a little bit more glue than I probably needed to over there. And let's get him down. Right like that. And then we're going to put the stamp down. So this is my representation of another country. Is that what it said? Something that represents a foreign country. That is what this is. So we're going to stick that right like that. I may do some stamping. I don't know. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Journey right like that. And so I'll just make up a little story with this guy. He is playing for the Boston Nationals, but maybe he is from Czechoslovakia. I don't know if they did that back then in 1915, but you know, nowadays you might get someone who is from a different country playing in an American sports game in the US. So I'm going to stick those like that. And then I am going to draw around the pennant, the triangle, the pennant with a black pen, not Stabilo. I don't want that thick a line. But they don't stand out very much, so I want them to stand out just a little more. And I'm going to use that same black pen. It'll be a black one. I'll use that same black pen to make my string that the pennant is on. I hope I'm in frame. I'm kind of, sort of not. Sorry. Kind of, sort of not. I might could do some washi. I've got some, we'll see if there's anything else I want to do. I don't know. Okay. That's kind of like what I was talking about. Just like that. Okay, now let's doctor this up a little bit. So I need to get my pen, which I have several thicknesses here. So I need to figure out what it is I want to use. I think I'll use this Sharpie. So first off, I'm going to go around this. That pennant is not quite straight. I mean, pointed. I don't know what happened to the point of it. But I'm going to go around that. Just like that. Just do a little bit thicker line if we can. And then I'll go around this one. Can you see me? It's one of those situations where I need to be closer to it so I can see what I'm doing. But if I do that, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, I'll do that, and then we'll do one over here. For some reason, that didn't seem to stick down good. None of my pennants are very pointed at the end. This one is coming up. So I'm just going to do, put this back on. I'm going to do a glue stick for that. There we go. Let's do down here. And then here. Okay. Is that good? That's pretty good. Let's do this one a little bit thicker. Okay. There we go. Put my glue back on here. Okay. And then I need to go across here again. Okay, now I am going to put a little dot here and a little dot here, here, and here, and here, and here. Okay, and then I'm going to do a line here, a line connecting these two, a line connecting these two, all in sort of a swooping fashion, and then a line from here out. I might have to do that a little bit thicker. Can you see that? So I was going to do that with real thread, but I just am not in the mood to do something that tedious at the moment. There we go. Okay, so that is my collage for this week. Let's put a little ink around the edge, and then let's see if there's anything else that I'd like to do to maybe dress it up a little bit more. I'll put my... Oh, I almost got him off right there. Didn't mean to do it that close. So, he is playing for the Boston Nationals, but he's from Czechoslovakia, which is what this stamp is. I believe that's the country it's from. You can see it at the top up there. Českanova, I don't know. Somewhere different. Somewhere foreign to me. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I might take a maybe another stamp and go over this or over here. I don't know. Let's see what else I have. I don't know, nothing is speaking to me. This one was a very hard one for me this time. It was really hard. I want to make it finish out that stamp, but I may have to I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it over. I'm just going to do it. I'll do it on the back of this. I need something to... So I'm just going to do that. And I'm just going to do that. It's like that. As something to put on that stamp. And then, what else might I want to do? I know. We'll get some Tim Holtz stamps out. See if there's something there I want to do. I was thinking about doing some washi, but I don't see a really good place to put it, and I could. I wanted to put something on each pennant, but I couldn't come up with what to put. So I didn't. And I still don't know that I know what to put. Oh, I know we could do this, maybe. I haven't used this one yet. This is Tim Holtz Eccentric CMS 448. These ones. I could do this row of numbers right down the side here. Hold on just a second. That might be, it's too long, really. Oh, I know. Hey, this might be interesting. I can do this and just do part of it, because this may be, just do a little bit up there. This may be like dates of when they played, of the dates that the games were for some number of days. Let's try that. I know it's supposed to look like library checkout card, but I'm not using it as that. So let's see if we can just get up to, looks like these three, just doing the bottom three here. It's going to stick it right here. I can hardly see it. It's a little bit there, but you can barely see it. So I kind of like that though. So I think I will do another little bit of this right over here. Do it sideways. Yeah, I kind of like that. It gives it a little texture. And I'll do this again up here. And a little bit over here. There, that kind of just gives it some texture. I like that, actually. Let's see if we can just do a little bit in the middle, right down here. Just there. Yeah, I like it. That helps. I think that helps a little bit. I like the dates on there. That's kind of, rather than a script, kind of like the dates on there. Let's do just a little bit right down the side here. There, yep. I like that. I'm going to do a little bit right there. And I'm going to do a little bit right there. And then we're going to call it done. Yeah, I like it. You really can't see much of it, but I like it. Okay, that got on there and it's not sticking because that's a slick surface there. Okay, I know. It seemed like I was talking to myself most of that time. I apologize for that. Okay, we'll go over the prompts. And let's see what we have. So, something that represents a foreign country is my stamp from, you tell me, I'm not sure I can, Czechoslovensko. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's not from here, so we're going to call that a foreign country representative. A color you like is the color of the stamp, and that is also the background color of the ball player. Geometric shape is my pennant triangles. something related to a sport is this Cracker Jack card of Evers with the Boston Nationals. And something that hangs on the wall, these pennants. Well, a pennant, for one, could be hanging on the wall, but the pennants, the triangle pennants, are also from wallpaper. And then an art scrap is the word journey, which is stamped, was a stamp off. Like when I did these stamps, I stamped it off first, and then, you know, and it's over some other inks. So that's my art scrap, and that's what I'm calling it. And that is my collage for this week. Let me know what you think about this collage. I like it. I'm glad I put the stamping in the background. That did make a difference as far as how plain it looked. It's amazing when you do just a little bit of stamping like that, how it just kind of brings it to life, sort of. And it's really kind of amazing how that happens. But that gave it a little more interest, and that's just like dates of games that were played and when they were played. So that's kind of neat idea, I think. So that is my collage. Again, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming back. If you've just joined me, I hope you do come back. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Those all help the algorithm for my channel, to help that get out for other people to see. And I appreciate you coming, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.